Time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, superstar recording artist Flo-Rida. Is there a new supermodel on his arm? We've got the dish. Plus, from the blockbuster Breaking Dawn 2, heartthrob Jackson Rathbone. And Wendy's got all the very latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
We've got a really entertaining show for you today, and Kim Zolciak's dad has fighting words from her. This is not good. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Okay, so, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Is everybody excited about Thanksgiving? You know, it's always been my favorite holiday of all the holidays because it's the one to me that's the least pressure. I mean, how much pressure is it to say thank you for things that have been good to you and people who have been good? I know that, the card companies make a card for every occasion, including Thanksgiving. However, I think it's pretty impersonal to say thank you through a card when you can say thank you by saying thank you. In person, whether it's a phone call or an email or, a text or in person. And also, I love Thanksgiving because there's no pressure to give gifts. Not give gifts or get gifts. You don't want to give gifts because who feels like shopping, who has the money, and who has the patience. You don't want to get gifts because you don't need another damn whatever it is that gets under your nails, and the fake smile, and you say, thank you, but you don't like it. And everybody loves to eat, except for Barry Manilow and Jada Pinkett Smith. Everybody loves to eat, and turkey is not necessarily the center thing for Thanksgiving meal because now turkey's so readily available. It's okay if you have lasagna or roast beef or whatever, as long as you're around people. So no matter what you're doing for Thanksgiving, don't forget tomorrow we do have an all-new Thanksgiving special. So make sure that you hit that. So now, I wanted to talk about Kim Zolciak because I really thought that Kim Zolciak from Real Housewives of Atlanta and her mom and her dad, but particularly she and her dad, I thought that they got along, she and her father. She and her mother, sometimes not so much, but all in all, I thought they were kind of a loving family. Apparently now what is going on is that her father, Mr. Zolciak, well, this feud began when Kim and Kroy got married and Kim made her mom use the outside porta potty. It was fancy. But nevertheless, the outside porta potty along with the rest of the guests, as opposed to allowing, her mother to use the inside bathroom like you would do with your mother or I would do with my mother. It's the decent thing to do. But, her mother took offense to that, and apparently her father took offense to that. Kim's parents took her to court saying that she's keeping them away from visiting her grandchildren. And now, well, that's what, we covered that maybe 2 weeks ago on Hot Topics, but the big thing now is that Kim's father is officially talking to TMZ. You know it's bad when you can't talk to your own kid. You got to talk to him through TMZ. So this is what Mr. Z says. He says, Kim's a pathological liar, period. I will not tolerate her trying to make a mockery of my wife or our family any further. We are completely humiliated by all the lies she's been putting in the media. She has been married twice and has 3 kids by... Wait, hold on. Let me get this right, because Mr. Zolciak, you did break this down to make your daughter sound real, kind of trifling, except Except this is the new way that families are, but it does sound crazy when somebody's father says this. Look, he says, she's been married twice and has 3 different fathers with 4 kids. Let's face the facts. Does kind of sound sloppy, Kim. Anyway, I hope that they don't get their relationship together anytime soon because I see what's going on. Kim, this is just the break you need to make us care about you and Croy's reality show by yourselves. Andy Cohen was here earlier in the week. Andy, this is what you need to do. Because I know that Kim is, she's no longer gonna be on the Housewives of Atlanta. We're gonna see something happen this season where she says, I quit. But the word is that she's gonna go along with the reality show with her husband and the kids. Problem with that show is that it's too cutesy schmootsy and it doesn't give us enough of the drama that we need. Although, did you get a little, get to see KJ over the weekend when he was standing on the island? Do you see how much their son looks just like his father? Scary they look alike so much. The baby's so cute. But all that woo, woo, woo is not what's going to ultimately attract us to your reality show. You do need some dissension, Kim Zolciak. Andy, they need dissension on their show. Sign up the parents. And if Kim says she doesn't want her parents on the show, let her know there will be no show unless her parents sign up and there's wig pulling talk and nail biting conversation. Yeah. Okay, so you know I love my monthly magazines. It's time for Wendy's Got You Covered. Hit it. So, Keira Knightley, don't you love her? Only thing about Keira Knightley that I find is that I think of her as more of a model and a pretty face than I do an actress. I don't know anything that she's been in. Maybe you know something or another, but that just goes to show you how sometimes a woman's beauty usurps her acting and then she becomes like a model person to us. So Keira is on the cover of the December issue of Allure magazine, looking gorge as usual. Yeah. Really pretty woman. She's practically bearing it all, and she tells the magazine inside that she has rules about showing skin, and they might be the same rules you have about showing skin. She says, I'm quite righteous about what gets exposed. No bottom half. I don't mind exposing my boobs because they're so small. People really aren't interested. When you see my boobs in the PETA ad, I hate to say this, but the major retouching that had to get done was going back in and them drawing more hair over my boobs that are just peeking through everything. And I strategically position my legs so you don't see the bottom half. But anyway. And thank you, sir. Thank you. Look. So, but she goes on to, Keira, she goes on to say in the magazine that they always pencil her boobs in. See, they pencil hers in to make more. The Allure chief and editor says, we didn't do any surgery on Keira's breast either. No scalpel nor retouching. So that's her natural. And she's a very pretty girl. She gets that, it always looks to me like she gets that little thing on her top lip, just to... What, Nick, no, never mind. She's a very pretty girl. You're lovely, Keira. All right. Okay. Now, we're still talking about the magazine, so I wanted to share with you about Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway is talking about her body, and she's on the cover of the new December Vogue magazine. You know, she went through a very dramatic physical transformation, really, for a role in Les Miserables. You know, some of you might have thought she was sick because, you know, she cut the hair off, but then she started getting really, really scary skinny. And sometimes with you actresses in Hollywood, we don't know whether you're doing this for real or for fake. Well, she was doing it for fake. She lost 25 pounds intentionally for a role as a French prostitute dying of TB. So she went on a starvation diet. You want to know what she ate? She ate 2 thin squares of dried oatmeal paste per day. Apparently, that's how you do it. She says, I had to be as obsessive about it. The idea was to look near death. looking back on the whole experience, I don't judge it in any way. It was definitely a little nuts. It was definitely a break from reality. Well, I'm glad to see that she was doing that for fake because, even I am the Hot Topics lady. When I see people looking too weird, I'm just like, is this for real or is this a movie role? And I like to find out that things like that are in a movie roles or part of a movie role because I think that to me is what makes a really committed great actress. Somebody who, you're willing to go all the way there. Jennifer Hudson, on the other hand, is on the cover of Redbook magazine, the December issue. Jennifer Hudson, in my opinion, looks terrific. I'm not one of those haters who says, okay, girl, you gotta stop losing weight. I always think that those are the haters who secretly want you to gain 40 pounds back. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I think that she looks healthy. She's like my height. She's like 5'11". And she lost 80 pounds on Weight Watchers, as you know. And here's what she says inside Redbook magazine. She says, I'm at the weight I want to be, but I hear all the time, don't lose any more weight. You need to stop. People are under the impression that I'm still losing, but I'm not. I'm getting used to my new self more than anything else. I got used to being a plus size. I know what that's like. Whereas this is like, okay, who am I? I keep thinking that I probably need an extra large or large, and the stylist is like, no, you need a medium or small. I can tell you, who in the audience has had a body transformation and you still can't get over it? Nobody? There you are, up there, yeah. Well, I can tell you, I haven't had like a real big body transformation, but I know, for me, if I lose 10 or 15 pounds, I still can't believe it. And once you've had a weight problem in your mind, you always have a weight problem. Like the psychology of it, it just does not go away. I still pick out larger clothes and then the stylist comes back with smaller clothes. And I can tell you something that I secretly do. I've only been caught once doing it though. You have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands, you get back in the bed. I always turn the light on and lift my nightgown up to make sure everything is still intact. And one night, no, I still do that. Like, I still do that. I do that. That's me. I'm that girl. And my husband caught me doing it one time. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I just want to make sure I'm not coming untucked. And that's Wendy's got you covered. Thank you. Okay, are you ever wondering what happened to that Grammy-winning duo, Outkast? Well, it's Big Boy and it's Andre 3000. That's Big Boy with the medallion, Andre 3000 giving the deuces. Big Boy was out promoting his new solo album and he was asked why haven't he and Andre 3000 gotten together to make any more music. And this is what Big Boy says. He says, I gave that mother blanker about 5 songs. I know. It's almost like he's saying this just for us to go, ooh. I gave that mother blanker about 5 songs, but I guess he was too busy. He said he had some Gillette stuff. No, for real. He said he had some contractual obligations. Well, Big Boy is referring to Andre's job as spokesperson for Gillette razors. Well, I hate that outfit. Head to toe. Big Boy later tweeted that he was just being sarcastic, that there is no beef between he and Andre 3000. He added that there's no more Outkast questions, no more nothing. I have to tell you something though. This Andre 3000 up here at the top, I found him oddly sexy when I see him in those Gillette commercials. And I say oddly. I say oddly because he doesn't exactly have the type of swagger that I particularly go for. I like something a little bit more masculine. Do you know what I mean? But in the Gillette commercials, he's like hot. And Adrian Brody made me look at him twice again in those Gillette commercials too, right? Hot. And also, while I appreciate Outkast's music, it'll live in infamy in my CD collection. What I'm waiting for from Andre 3000 is that new movie where he plays Jimi Hendrix. It's called All Is By My Side. And that's gonna be a really good movie. Yeah, yeah. All right. Celebrities hook up and break up all the time. It's hard to remember who's dating who and who's dated who in the past. So we did some searching for you just to remind you of some surprising celebrity couples. Like, do you remember Kim Kardashian and Nick Cannon? Well, I'll show you how far that goes back. The stylist people watching remember when this particular Fendi bag was popular. Wasn't this like 7 years ago or more? Yeah, they dated in 2006. They split after Kim's sex tape went public in 2007. The question is, was Kim overlapping with Nick Cannon and Ray J? Wouldn't be surprised if she was, would you? And another couple, did you realize that Johnny Depp and Ellen Barkin used to be an item? Doesn't Ellen Barkin look so much better now than she did back when she was younger? Isn't that crazy how that happens? Well, they dated briefly in 1994. Johnny's still looking grungy. Ellen's still doing the MILF thing. They're 9 years apart in age, by the way. And you know, now she's on the new normal with Nene and them. And she's blonde and she's good. But yep, they used to date. And you all knew that Brad Pitt and Robin Givens dated for a moment? I know! Okay, so me and Robin are the same age, 1986. So that's when we were all graduating from college. Me from Northeastern, her from Sarah Lawrence. And she was dating Brad Pitt shortly after Robin and Mike broke up. Yeah. The thing is that it says more about Robin's taste in men than it does Brad in women. I tell you, because Brad, for me, for one, I like that he's very We Are the World. Like, he'll date anybody, color, religion, whatever. And he's open, like he'll adopt anybody. He's not like blinded by color. No, you know what I mean. He's not blinded by color and stuff. But Robin, dating him says a lot about you, edgy sister. And then, you remember Seal dated friend to the show, Tyra Banks? For 6 months in 1992. Now, Tyra was just on the show the other day, and for the first time, even I felt short. So if Tyra is that tall, imagine how tall Seal really is. And I wish you guys would get over the scars on his face. It's not like he's a woman with scars on his face. Do you ever pull up to your TV and see Kenya's skin on Housewives of... Thank you. Look, I have been biting my tongue about that ever since the new season of Housewives of Atlanta began. Because I, so in my mind, don't want you to be hating on me for saying something. But I just had to say that, and I'm so glad you were all biting your tongue. You were waiting for somebody to say it. I'm your girl. It looks like makeup over really bad potholes, right? Yeah, but back to Seal. Stop hating on Seal. Seal is like 6'4", which is odd in Hollywood. And they dated for a moment. Anyway, some exciting casting reports news. It's time for Casting Buzz. Hit it. Okay. So over at blackfilm.com, they're reporting that Mary J. Blige is joining Angela Bassett for the upcoming movie for Lifetime called Betty and Coretta. I know. This is going to be such a good movie. Angela will be portrayed by, Angela Bassett will portray Coretta Scott King, the wife of the late, great Martin Luther King, and Mary J. Blige will take on the role of Betty Shabazz, the wife of Malcolm X. I think this is going to be a great movie. The only thing, it's very predictable when it's going to come on Lifetime. When do you think it's going to come on? Black History Month. Exactly. Anyway, and also, friend to the show, Malik Yoba, is going to play Dr. Martin Luther King. And our other friend to the show, Wood Harris, is going to play Malcolm X. And I'll tell you, The majority of this movie is about the ladies' relationships after their husbands have passed on. The movie is scheduled to be released. It's going to premiere on Lifetime in February, just in time for what?
Black History Month.
Black History Month. Oh, keep clapping. We've got a great show for you. Music superstar Flo-Rida is here. Plus, the #1 movie in the country is Twilight. And one of the stars, Jackson Rathbone, is here. But up next, it's time for Celebrity Fan Out. Keep it here. Thank you. Everyone's favorite Celebrity Fan Out. Let's get started. So, our first Celebrity Fan Out comes from Jose. He watches his show. Jose M watches our show right here in New York City. And he says, how you doing, Wendy? I work at a nightclub in New York City, and guess who came in this past Halloween? Fergie. Fergie showed up with her entourage and was really pretty and nice. The only bad thing was Fergie's entourage was smoking cigarettes, which are not allowed, and they didn't pay for their drinks. Well, that's terrible. She's a lawbreaker and a thief? No luck. Fergie recently, through her husband, Josh Duhamel, he's very sexy too. I put him in the same lane as that Eddie Cibrian. So she recently threw him this 40th birthday party, and Josh posted this picture of the party on Twitter and thanked Fergie for the ridiculously fun party. Thank you, Jose. That's fun. Okay. Our next Celebrity Fan Act comes from Rob N, who watches our show in Des Moines, Iowa. And he says, hey, Wendy, I was visiting the Santa Monica Pier this past summer when all of a sudden actor David Duchovny approached me. David thought I was a member of a rock band he liked. By the way, Wendy, I love your show and I watch it every day. I may not look like the kind of guy who would watch your show, but it's our differences that make us all so wonderful. Isn't that great? Thank you. We are an all-inclusive show. We embrace differences. Okay, Brandy T is our next Celebrity Fan Out, and she watches us in Indianapolis, Indiana, and Brandy says, hello, Wendy. I was walking in the lobby of a hotel I was staying at and walked right into Joe Jackson. I like your arched eyebrows, Mr. Jackson. Cute. I asked him if I could take a photo with him, and he said, yes, but hurry up, because I'm going to be late for my court date. And I like your gold tie and the disco chain hanging over your tie, Mr. Jackson. Yeah, when you're 80-something years old, you do what you want. Okay, our next Celebrity Fan Out comes from Keegan P. of Portsmouth, Virginia. And Keegan says, hello, Wendy. I love country music, and I drove 3 hours to see country singer Miranda Lambert. And believe it or not, I actually got to meet her. Miranda was a doll, and the concert was great. No, by the way, Wendy, I think I was only one of 2 black people at the show. You know, Miranda, everybody, if you're not as familiar, is married to Blake Shelton, the tall man who likes to drink, who's on The Voice. They make a good couple. Do you follow him on Twitter? Oh, he's good and messy, right? Okay, our next celebrity, this is our last one. It comes from Valerie E, who watches The Wendy Show in Riverside, California. And Valerie says, how you doing, Wendy? I went to meet Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, at a book signing, and I wanted to take a photo with her, but I had my 15-month-old daughter with me, so I decided to let my daughter take the photo with Sarah, and look what happened. I love that. I love Fergie. I love Fergie. I often think that it's too much pressure for her to even be associated with the Royals, and that she needs to be normal like us and live in Jersey and just, you know, just have a good time. Anyway, I love celebrity fan outs. If you ever have a celebrity encounter and you want to share with us, go to wendyshow.com. Up next, music superstar Flo-Rida is here. Our first guest is an international hip-hop superstar selling over 70 million singles worldwide. He's here in New York City to perform at tomorrow's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Please welcome our friend Flo-Rida.
You look good yourself.
God, where do I start? You know? Yeah. Number one, welcome back to the show. The last time you were here, we didn't get a chance to talk to you. You performed. And then prior to that, you and I met. You'd been on my radio show before.
Yes.
So it's nice to see you still doing so well.
Oh man,
It really is.
It's definitely a blessing, you know. Definitely thanks to all the fans with all the love and support.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a dream come true. It's like, you know, ever since the day I started, I've been on the uprising. I mean, I definitely.
It hasn't stopped for you. You know, you and another friend of the show, man, that we all respect, Pitbull.
Yeah.
You have similar careers.
Shout out to Pitbull 305.
Your careers are urban and they're pop and they cross all ages and boundaries, and that's the kind of longevity that an artist dreams of.
It's definitely a dream come true. It's just amazing how, you know, I might go to a different country and, you know, they might not even speak the same language as myself.
But they know
but
the
they
words.
can communicate with the music, you
Yeah.
know.
And you're a really nice man. So you're going to be performing tomorrow at the Macy's Thanksgiving
Yes,
Parade.
I'm
Have
so
you ever,
excited,
have
so
you-
excited.
I know that, you know, you're from Miami. Have you ever been in New York for a holiday like this?
Actually, my first time in New York, it was New Year's. And when I got the news I was performing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, it was just like overwhelming because,
Yeah.
you know, that's the day with my family. My sisters, I have like 7 sisters.
7 sisters, I heard.
Yeah.
It's a giant family. And you're the youngest, right?
I'm the youngest. I have a twin
Spoiled.
sister.
Spoiled.
Not spoiled, no. They just made sure I was on the right track.
And now you're rich. You make sure they're on the right track. Yeah, no, I know. I know you. You're very generous to your family. I can tell you're that kind of guy. I am so blinded by everything blinging. I mean, this is a shiny show, so we love everything shiny and sparkly. Let's start with your earring. Can we just get a little ear cam right here? Like, honestly, what is that, like 15 carats? That is ridiculous.
20 carats.
20 carats. That's what it looks like, girls. And you don't have to show us each ring, but if you just give us, just do this. It's just, and you know, we love shoes here so much. We actually have a shoe cam installed on our coffee table. So keep your feet like that. And yes. It's fabulous.
I call those the Bentleys. I pull out the Bentleys today.
The Bentleys, yes. And when I hugged you, I noticed that your material of your sweat, it's very luxurious.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to grab the Versace I had just came from Milan. So
Yeah. Oh,
had to pick it up.
Yes. It's good to be you. Now, I know tomorrow you're going to be doing the parade, and we'll be watching. We watch it on TV every year, I know, at our house. Will you fly back to Miami and join dinner in Miami with your family?
If I don't get home, my sisters, my mom would kill me.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna take the jet back home, and I know it's gonna be a competition like always. My sisters always try to, you know, make me choose to eat one of their dishes.
Yes.
They feel like each one of them feel like they're the best cook ever.
Now, do you cook?
I could cook some eggs, or I got a card that'll buy me any food I want.
But I mean, you have a cook. So, and your body is really good. I felt it while I was hugging him. It's still good under there. Yeah, it's still good. Are you a picky eater because you have such an athletic body?
I mean, sometimes I get a chance to cheat, but I make sure I have a boxing trainer that I take on the road with me everywhere. You know, just being on stage for over an hour gets very exhausting, so I have to stay in shape as far as cardio goes. And
well, you're also a sex symbol, and you've been out with some really
Thanks,
sexy
Wendy.
women. No, no. Let's talk about it. I mean, you know, it's no secret. You and Brandy.
Gotta sit back on this one.
Well, look, you and Brandy for a moment, right? And there was word in the street, Melissa Ford, you know, the Jessica Rabbit lady from the videos, for a moment. And Eva Pickford, friend to the show, who's gorgeous, for a moment.
Yeah.
There's Eva, and and there's Melissa Ford right there. She's got her boobs in your belly.
That's me?
And, well, you know, I love the bald head. I mean, I love the hair one, but I love the bald head. I wouldn't recognize you in the street to see you with the bald head.
Yeah, a lot of people, when I first cut my hair, they were like, I didn't know it was you, but, you know, when I was in college, I went to UNLV. I cut my hair for the first time, so it's not nothing really new to myself.
Well, you got a nice shaped head, too. You don't have, like, one of those footballs.
Thank you. I'm glad you didn't say nothing.
That's a good head. That's a good head.
Thank you.
So who are you dating now? Anybody that we know?
I'm single.
Which is perfect for the holidays, because now you're not obligated to get any, you know, extra chicks, any gifts, so everything is for your sisters.
Yes.
You know?
My sisters love it.
Do you have children? You don't have children. Do you have children?
No kids.
You are really single. Yeah. You're having fun, aren't you?
Having a great time. Life is great.
Yeah, life is really great. So I know that you're in the studio and you're working on new music.
Crazy new music. I actually just got a chance to record in the same studio where Michael Jackson recorded Thriller. It was.
Is that right? Is that right?
Very interesting. I stayed in the studio for like 21 hours because I was so mesmerized by it. It's just the feel of that studio.
Yes.
And I came up with some hit records. So
I bet you did, and I'll bet you will know all the words to them in no time at all.
I think this is going to be my best recording ever.
You make music very easy to listen to, and you're easy on the eyes as well. Everybody give it up for our friend Flo-Rida. And he's going to be performing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade live on NBC tomorrow. Don't go away. Ask Wendy is next. That was a great... Welcome back, my friends. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing? Hi, Wendy. My name is Madeline.
Hi, Madeline.
I've been in a relationship for 4 years, and I was in a previous one, and I broke it off to be with him. And now my problem is that he always thinks that I'm cheating on him when I go out with my friends to clubs. So I want to know how I can get him to trust me and to realize he's the one for me and to stop accusing me of cheating on him.
Real talk?
Real talk.
If he hasn't gotten over it in 4 years, he's never going to get over it. I mean, I hate to say that, and you seem really young, Madeline. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
24.
24.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with breaking this off and moving on. But you know what? And I'm going to tell you why. In 4 years, every time you go to the mall, he's blowing up your phone, and all you're doing is buying pantyhose.
Yes.
But you're so busy trying them on, you can't get to your phone. So by the time you call him back, he's beasting out on you on the phone, thinking that you've met the next man for lunch.
Yes.
Whether it's day or night, morning, noon or night, whether you look like a slob or all done up, every time he can't get in contact with you, he's thinking you're cheating.
Yes.
Okay. This is never going to end. I hate to say, and the last 4 years have not been a waste. I'm trying to make her feel good. Shut up. The last 4 years have not been a waste. They've been a learning lesson. And what you've learned is how you meet him is how he's going to treat you. So if you meet him by cheating on somebody else, even though your boyfriend is the winner, eventually he's going to feel like if you did it to your ex-boyfriend, you'll do it to him. And it's not worth the headache, young lady. I hate to say break up, but make it happen before the turn of the calendar year.
Thank you.
I hate doing that, but I had to. Up next, everybody, the handsome Twilight star Jackson Rathbone is here. Next guest stars in one of the most successful movie franchises of all time. The final film in the series, the Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2, is currently the #1 movie in America. Take a look.
Well done, Bella. I've never seen a newborn show that kind of restraint.
I'm not sure she is a newborn. She's so tame.
Yeah, but don't antagonize her. She's the strongest one in the house.
Please.
Please welcome Jackson Rathbone. I like your boots.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I like those a lot. You know, the Twiharts were saying that you always wear cowboy boots, and I was like, well, I believe it if he actually has them on when he comes on the show.
Yeah,
There they are.
I'm from Texas, you know, so.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Hi.
Those are very nice.
It's been a long time there.
So it's really nice to meet you. It's nice to meet somebody a part of this successful saga. Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you
and
very
the
much.
movies.
Thank you.
The movies have made over $140 million. This particular one, opening weekend, this past weekend.
Right.
What's it like being a part of something that big, Jackson?
Well, I think, you know, it's nice we're around Thanksgiving time, and I think that's what it is just you feel so grateful. You just want to say thanks to the fans who've made it possible. Because, you know, 5-6 years ago when we were making Twilight, we had no idea that it would become big. You know, we were making a vampire movie without the vampire teeth. We had no idea.
I know.
Yeah. So we were like, hey, this worked. And so thank you to all the fans out there. So thank you all.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's the time, so thank you very much.
Prior to this movie, were you acting?
Yeah, I've been acting professionally since I was 17.
Did we see you in anything?
Yeah, there's a Sears commercial where you might have seen me shaking my butt.
Okay.
It was a close-up on my posterior, and they had me wiggle it back and forth. It was really weird. I was like 18 years old, and my parents were like, "When you move out there to Hollywood, you be careful of them people now."
Yes.
and there I was at 18 years old. They're like, "Okay, now wiggle it more, shake it," and I was.
Do that. But okay, so you were 21 years old then when you got your first big role, which was the first Twilight movie.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I guess you had you and your co-stars hanging out. Did you hang out off the set?
We did. We hung out quite a bit. But it was hard because, you know, Taylor was 16, Kristen was 17. A lot of the cast was underage, 21. I mean,
right.
I remember we took Ashley Green out for her 21st birthday just because we were like, hey, you know, finally somebody else can drink besides Kellen and I.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It was nice, kind of welcoming them into, you know, the age of the bars.
Yes. Do you still love the bars?
You know, every once in a while. Not so much anymore. I'm a dad, so.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing. Okay, he's a dad. All right, so for most young people at 27 years old, they're still trying to figure out life, and certainly they haven't been such a a part of such a major franchise like you. But at 27, he's a father, and you love your baby's mother.
I do.
Well, yeah,
it's amazing.
It wasn't a happenstance. There's the family.
Isn't that beautiful?
Okay, so the baby is gorgeous, and I love your girlfriend's edgy. Oh my gosh, cute. So your girlfriend's got quite a few edgy tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
All right, a couple of questions about the family. First, your girlfriend, what does she do for a living?
Well, right now, she's got the hardest job of all. She's a full-time mother. So.
That's a hard job.
Yeah, that's very difficult.
Of course.
My mother grew up raising us around the world, and we want to have the same kind of upbringing for our son, Monroe.
Yes.
So we've been traveling a lot with him. And that's a full-time job, man. That's a lot harder than anything I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
I
got the fun part of making the baby.
do you have a bunch of tattoos as well?
I have a few.
A few,
Yeah, my this is the latest one, I think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, are you serious, Heinz ketchup?
Yeah, Heinz.
Now,
There you go.
what made you get that ketchup bottle on your leg?
I hate ketchup. No, I grew up, I love ketchup. I got a lot of flack for it growing up from my family. My dad would always say, "You want a little burger with that ketchup?"
Yeah. People say that to me.
Dad, I hate that joke.
That hot sauce.
Yeah, but hot sauce, yeah.
So Jackson's son's name is Monroe Jackson Rathbone VI. Now, if I can just say, that sounds more wealthy than Thurston Howell III. That is a very special name. And
that's tradition right there. Yeah, whenever I was in my mom's tummy, My dad was gonna name me Paul. I think maybe it was his favorite Beatle. I really don't know. But my grandmother called him and she kind of reamed him out over the phone. She was saying, "You will name that boy Monroe Jackson Rathbone, just like his father, like his father's father, like his father's father's father, like his father's 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 father." And so I wanted to, do my grandma a solid and, keep the tradition alive.
It was really nice to meet you, Jackson.
pleasure,
Jackson
thank you.
Rathbone the fifth. Everybody, Jackson Rathbone is in the new Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. It's in theaters now. Up next, it's time to reveal eye candy of the day in the audience. Keep it here. Okay, we're back, everybody, and it's time for audience eye candy of the day. This is the person who's really caught my eye in our fabulous audience poll. Drum roll, please. Today's eye candy winner is Brianna Ford. Brianna! It's good, Brianna.
Wow.
Here is your diva fan. It says, "How you doing?" and say it like you mean it. Okay, Brianna, stand out here so we can all check out your look together. First of all, we love a short dress here at Wendy, don't we? Tell us about your dress.
You're not gonna believe this. Whole outfit under $70 from Target.
Wow, good job. Shoes, tights, the whole bit.
Everything from Target. The dress is Converse, under $30.
Perfect.
Studded booties, under $30.
Perfect.
Stockings are $8.
Perfect, and we love a bargain here, and your hair is the topper and is the cat's
So is
meow.
yours.
Thank you, thank you.
you.
All right, Brianna, if you want to know more about Brianna's outfit, log on to wendyshow.com. Keep it here, because we'll be right back. Thanks. Welcome back, everyone. I want to thank today's guest, Flo-Rida. It was so nice chatting with you. Jackson Rathbone, my man. And of course, my co-host, my studio audience. I could not do the show without you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tomorrow, it's our big Thanksgiving special with TV personality Ross Matthews, plus etiquette expert Lizzie Post will be here, and celebrity chef George Duran. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you tomorrow, Thanksgiving, on Wendy. Bye-bye.